Hey guys, welcome back to A&J Education YouTube channel. This video we're discussing Cambridge University in 2022-2023. So if you're thinking about Cambridge and you want to know the truth, what makes it special, we've got keep watching. Hey guys, so we've got a very special guest, Maya, here with us today. Hi Maya, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Sunny?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. So Maya studied at Cambridge, and I feel there is no better person to tell us the truth about the university. So, Maya, Cambridge, there is this myth, Cambridge is amazing, one of the best in the world, kicking ass in so many areas, but is it actually that good?
I mean, Cambridge definitely does push you academically, and I think it is sort of known as one of the best universities in the world for a reason. It definitely can be challenging at times, but I think you always have the support and guidance from your tutors and lecturers around you to sort of help you to put you in the right position. So I think what sort of I really liked about Cambridge is that as well as the academic support from your director of studies, who's assigned to you often for 3 years, you also have more pastoral support within college. And I think this is someone you can go to if you're having issues, maybe sort of about how you're working, maybe something's happening in your personal life. But I think Cambridge often sort of thinks about these issues ahead of time. So there are always people you can speak to if something's happening. I think what I also liked about my college, King's College, is that we also had a study skills tutor. So for example, if you're writing essays for the first time, so for example, I studied biology and chemistry, and I sort of felt that I wasn't maybe the most confident person at writing essays. Like the most essays I'd done were maybe at my GCSE English level, but I felt I was being compared against people who had studied English and history in architecture before coming in. So I sort of reached out and I spoke to my study skills tutor in my college, and we were able to arrange some sessions, particularly focused on my dissertation writing, when obviously your writing skills are really important. And this was really helpful for me just to build my confidence and having someone to sort of peer review my work. And I think you're often surrounded by lecturers who have been studying here for sort of years, and they have so much experience and they're just so willing to share. So I think it's really important to be able to capitalise on that. And I think Cambridge is a place where it really provides those opportunities for you.
That's great. Maya, do you need to be a genius to get in?
No, I think it's definitely about how much hard work you're putting in. And I think often, I mean, you do need to have the academic grades, but I think with hard work and discipline and having a really good relationship with your tutors and referees, it is definitely something which is possible. I mean, just by watching this video yourself, you are making yourself a competitive applicant, which is something really good to see. But I think students at Cambridge are sort of get to that position because they are working hard at their craft. And remember, everyone at Cambridge still has a lot to learn, and I think Cambridge definitely challenges you and pushes you to that next level.
Yeah, for sure. And what I would add from my end and my experience with helping students for all these years, the ones who are just more dedicated tend to outwin, I'm not sure that's the word, but outperform the ones who are just naturally bright. Yes, there are those people who can just sort of pull an all-nighter and then do really well at, on an exam, but those people do get caught out sooner rather than later, and it's the ones who kind of putting in the hours week in, week out. These are the guys who are going to perform best long term. So I was never particularly smart at school. This is a true story actually. So at my school, me and a very good friend of mine, he is like a naturally very bright person. So he would, one of those like super bright guys. We both got offers from Oxford. He did for engineering, I did for material science. And then he spent the next 4 or 5 months just playing Xbox every day when I haven't touched Xbox, right? And he kind of maybe 2-3 weeks out before his exam started panicking a little bit and ended up missing his offer, his grade offer, despite being much smarter than me, right? So, and I'm sure you've got, you can tell similar stories where smart people take it for granted and do not put the work in.
Yeah, I think, like you said, it is about the hard work and discipline you're putting in. Before, I did go to a grammar school myself, and I was really focused on sort of getting the grades I needed to get into the university I wanted. I was really passionate about studying architecture, and I think it's important to sort of have a goal and sort of make sure you're doing everything you can to work towards it.
Cool. Maya, just wrapping this video up, what would your kind of a takeaway each? What's the biggest positive about Cambridge and the biggest negative? Because it can't all be good, right? So, that's what we want to know about. So, let's start with the positive one first.
I think Cambridge is a really nice place to study. It's a beautiful, beautiful city, and it has some of the best libraries in the world. So I think one of my biggest parts, which I just loved about Cambridge, was studying in the university library. So I think if you ever get a chance to go and visit Cambridge, make sure you visit the libraries.
Okay. Now, what about the bad?
I would say that Cambridge does push you, but it does it in a good way. So, for example,
come on.
if you're at school and you're sort of a high achiever at school, I definitely was one of those people. At Cambridge, you might not be at the top of your cohort anymore. You probably won't be, and I think that can be hard for a lot of people coming in. So I think that can be sort of challenging, but I think it's about sort of all of the skills you learnt sort of leading up to Cambridge, but sort of will help you do well once you're there.
As you can see, Cambridge is really good at teaching people how not to answer the question straight, but we'll leave it at that. But guys, all the best with the Cambridge application. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, do sign up for my newsletter on university admissions, where my colleagues and I share the latest tips and tricks on university admissions, as well as information on really cool CV building things you can do, conferences, seminars, workshops. But for now, thank you very much. Maya, thank you.
Thank you.
And have a great weekend.
You too.
Good luck, guys.